Hello, it's week 9 and this week is all about the Discomfort dungeon. What is that? Well, I'm kind of getting a little bit irritated with this whole pain cave mentality. In my mind, if I'm in pain, things have gone too far. But there is such a thing as discomfort, or being uncomfortable with what's around you, or the environment you push yourself in. So, with that said and done, let's talk a little bit about my discomforts, and you share down below what you find uncomfortable. But let's not talk about pain here. We're not trying to do that. I do not want to promote at any point on this channel getting yourself into a place where you are in physical or mental or emotional pain. That is not good. So let's talk about discomfort. Last night I went on a run with the Guildford Trail Runners. Now, your discomfort might be this. It was pouring. It had been all day and there was mud, a lot of mud, and for me it's taken a while to be okay with getting my feet soaked. Look behind me right now, you see this lake here? There are people out there, people watching this right now, who would love nothing more than to bathe their feet in that right now, halfway through a run. But for me, I'm still not okay. I edge closer, but I don't really want to get all of this wet right now. I've got another half run to go, and also when I get home, my clothes are kind of muddy, kind of dirty. I've got to be in the right frame of mind to enjoy that experience, but right now that's not me. You might be thinking the fact I'm running out in the rain, even though it's light, is something that for you is uncomfortable, and it's about trying to learn to engage with that and try to push past it. It takes a while. Don't get me wrong, it's not an easy transition sometimes to do things that we find uncomfortable, but it is important in your training to experience all sorts of different weathers and all sorts of different terrains. Now, when it comes to race day, I always use the North Downs Way 100. If you've not seen that video, please do check it out. It was in summertime and the rain was absolutely horrendous. Probably the last time I experienced rain like it since yesterday, where it was just drizzling kind of in a continuous way. But North Downs Way 100, what they had to endure for 100 miles was out of this world. Now, if you were training for that race in the summertime, you probably would have just imagined it was going to be hot, so you might have been training to the heat. And don't get me wrong, it was a warm day, but it was absolutely torrential. Maybe discomfort for you is running on the roads. Maybe you're just a trail lover. Maybe it's the trails that you find uncomfortable. Maybe you just don't feel at home with it. Maybe it's running alone, maybe it's running in a group, maybe it's running alongside people who are faster than you, slower than you. We've all got our own thing, and hopefully down below you've flooded the comments with your own thoughts. But for me this week, it's about just focusing in on things that I find uncomfortable in the discomfort dungeon, is where I'm going to put them and where I'm going to try and tackle them. It's not going to be something that's a quick fix. It's going to take time. But last night was one of those. Through the run, there were puddles that were ankle deep, and I went in them. And I started to realise, actually, you know what? My feet are not going to get torn apart. This is not a huge run tonight. And when I get back home, my feet are going to be okay. And they were okay. But, you know, mentally, it's something I'm still trying to overcome. Getting my feet wet, running through rivers and being absolutely cool with it. Not thinking that I'm going to take my shoes off and find my toenails on the floor. Blisters everywhere. But it's also about being prepared. I wore the right shoes, good drainage, and I wore the right socks. That helped a long way. So, with that said and done, this week's training, I'm out tonight. I couldn't run down to the Guildford Trail Runners session, so I'm out here catching up on that mileage that I missed, trying to be a good dad, trying my best. This weekend is where it gets really exciting. I'm running with Ben. That's not the exciting part, although, you know, it's kind of cool. We are going to be doing part of the North Down Ridge 50k route. That does also encompass my North Downs Way 50-mile route, but at the end there's a little variation. So you'll see us out on the trails. It's just rain all week. We're hoping for a sunny weekend, but who knows what we'll find. What is for certain though, without a question in my mind, that terrain that I experienced last night is only going to get worse as the week progresses. The weather is set to rain for the next few days, and there's absolutely no chance of the ground drying out before the weekend. So more fun and games to be had, slipping and sliding, but ultimately getting out there and doing what we do best, putting one foot in front of the other. So I'm going to catch up with you in a few days time, keep this video nice and short and sweet, but please do put in the comments down below your discomforts. It's Sunday and I've already left my companion in the dust there. The speed that I have is phenomenal. Quick catch up before I do the filming later when it's actually lighter. Unfortunately Thursday my little one at home ended up in hospital, so didn't do run commute, and therefore running this week has kind of been pushed to the side, and I've been looking forward to today's long run with Benjamin Button down there, who's now catching me up in a bit of a rush because he's so desperate to spend time with me. Anyway, we're doing a bit of running on the North Downs Way, getting ready for North Down Ridge 50k. It's in May, but a bit of practice, early doors, just to see what the route's like. Come on! Like running around with Grandad here. Here we go then, on the dullest section of the North Downs Way. Yeah, it's not very exciting on here, pretty flat, and so just cranking out the mileage, heading towards some better views. We're hoping that the cloud will have cleared enough to show you some views, because every time I come on this run with Ben, it's always misty. Yeah. Can't see anything, so hopefully it will be the case that we see some nice views over the Surrey hills. Black diamond vest today. I'll talk more about that in a different video, but testing it out. Vest, t-shirt, gloves. So far so good day.
Oh! Oh no! Oh!
Got a little shortcut route. This is the one. Watch. Get in front of the competitors. Whoa. There he is. A lot of scrambling to do.
Mind your tools.
Mind my tools.
Right.
Whew.
Here we go.
And we're off.
We're doing something.
Some more incredible views here. We're just getting close now to Denbies. This is part of the North Downs Way 50 mile route as well. I don't know if I filmed this bit, but at this point I'm probably about 20 or so miles in to my 50 miler on race day, but now I'm 15k in, so completely different. Look at the views. What a day. What a guy. Woo! One of the most enjoyable parts of the route is running down here towards Denbies. It's just a big kind of downhill S-bend. Fantastic. So when you're in good fitness on the day, this is a good chance just to open up the legs a little bit and let yourself just run and enjoy it like this. Just missed a deer. Oh dear. Right in front of us. Another climb. Climb, climb, climb. So this is the last part of the 50k. Just going like a load of ascent, little loop.
42k in.
Yeah, 42.
Marathon distance.
Marathon distance, and then take on a bit of climbing.
A bit?
Which I'll be walking. So that's gonna, it's gonna kill the potential for a quick finish, that's for sure. But elevation going in slowly but surely. Only 350 though. Did quite a chunk more last week, but that's alright. It's nice to explore some new terrain. Never been up here before. There's Ben and there's Papa Notley still ahead. Finally a downhill. Hey! That's going to help the average pace for all those Strava lovers. Whoa! Downhill we go before another climb, I'm sure. We are 25k in and I'm having the best time. There's a downhill done. Right, there it is, there's the long run. We're here at Denby's, running through back to the car. I'll be at the overlay here, the final distance, about 30k I imagine, just over 500 metres elevation. A nice day out, all things considered. With this week not featuring too many runs, can't complain. So I'll see you next week for another one.